Hello and welcome back to the Grand Compound. Tonight we're going to do something a little bit different. I know I say that pretty much every time because they're all different. Making rockfish chowder tonight. You guys that catch these big rockfish, striped bass, whatever you want to call them, don't throw away the bellies. A lot of people just skin the fillets, cut the ribs out, and throw the bellies away. I'm going to show you what to do with those bellies to get more out of your fish that you catch. You can't keep but two in Virginia, so you need to use all the meat you can. And rockfish chowder is a great way to do it. I also want to show you guys, this is a rockfish belly. This pointy part right here, this is the part from right between their gills, under their chin if you will. Bones are still in it. See, we still got some fins attached here. What we've done is we've scaled it and skinned it. And we've saved all that meat. And that's probably somewhere around 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of fish right there. And the bones are in it. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook that off, making a fish stock in the process, and then pick all the meat off the bones. What I've done here is I've just put about 2 teaspoons of salt, put the fish belly in a big old pot of water, and we're going to bring that to a boil. What we're going to do is boil that about 20 to 30 minutes until the fish will flake off the bones, and then you've got your fish stock and you're ready to put the soup together. Just thought I'd show you guys a shot of the fish boiling. This goes about 20 or 30 minutes or so, or however long it takes for the fish to flake off the bone. Look at the recipe down below. I'm going to post everything in the description of the video below here, so you guys can go down there and copy and paste it. The fish is about done now. You can tell when it flakes real easily. I don't have a really good way to shoot this, so I'm just going to do it this way. You need to try to get the fish out and place it in a colander or something. Then you want to strain that broth with a strainer. I'm going to do it this way first. You see it just pulls right apart there. There's the fins. We'll pick all that stuff out when it cools off a little. That's what you're looking for, just to fall apart tender. Off. This makes it real easy to pick this fish. It's just going to have to cool off somewhat first. That's just bones and stuff. Now when you pour this into a strainer, you're going to catch a little bit more meat, and that's fine too. So we'll get to that part. I'll try to do this and see if I can do it while I'm filming. That fish stock is the base for your soup. Just throw some meat in there. Now what you're going to do is rinse that other pot off, because that's what we're going to be making the soup in. Alright, I switched up my pots because I'm going to make a big batch of this. So you start with the pot empty and add in a stick of unsalted butter. That's right, a whole stick. We'll turn this fan up a little bit here. That melted in there. Now some people will tell you put the butter in, and there's onions that goes in this. They'll say saute the onions a little bit until they get soft. I don't like doing that, because then when you add the potatoes, you end up cooking your onions to mush. So what we're going to do is we're going to get this butter melted, put the potatoes in there, return the fish stock, and we're going to cook those potatoes till they start getting soft. At least most of the way done. Stir, stir, stir. Get in there. Alright, so we got our potatoes in there. We're just returning our strained fish stock. Just enough to cover the potatoes for now. Okay? Gonna let the rest of this sit and settle. We'll cook those potatoes till they start getting soft. I figure I better show you guys the fish picking part. Everything that comes out of here is not gonna be meat. There's some gristle, there's some stomach lining, some bones that you gotta pull out. So when you're picking your meat, feel around a little bit, and a little fat, stuff like that. You don't want the fat. You don't want the gristle. You just want the meat. So anything that's not meat, don't put it in your soup. Easy enough, right? Looks bad, don't use it. A little bit of that lining there, no big deal. So just pick through everything. Look at that good meat. And put it in a bowl. You're going to add that back in after you get the potatoes cooked to finish this thing up. So it goes pretty fast. You got to wait till it cools off some, you burn your fingers. There you go. You end up with a whole bunch of mess left over like that you're going to discard. Alright, potatoes are ready. So now we're going to dump in 1 yellow onion, chopped up. Stir that in a little bit. Now onions will cook the mush real quick, so you don't want to add your onions till you get close to the end. 2 cans of corn. You can use only 1 if you want, but I like to put 2 in there. It's almost like corn chowder, but not quite. That going can opener. There we go. Stir, stir, stir. Now, a quart, a half and half. The whole quart. It says chowder after all. Then we have a tablespoon of parsley, a couple teaspoons of black pepper, 3 tablespoons of Old Bay. You can use more or less Old Bay depending on how you like it. Stir that up. There's the fish that we picked. We'll put that back in. Should be all that. You can thicken it up a little bit more with heavy cream if you want. Now what we're going to do is just bring that back up to temperature, let that simmer and cook down a bit, and it'll be done. There you go, all done. It takes about 1.5 hours total to make, but that's ready to go, and it's using about 1.5 pounds to 2 pounds of meat you've been throwing away. So try some rockfish chowder next time you catch one of those things. Cut those bellies out. That's it. So that's it. That's rockfish chowder. Next time you guys catch a nice big striped bass or rockfish, try that out. Cut those bellies out, scale it, skin it, then cut it out. Good serrated knife, just cut through the bones and everything. They cook right out. It's no problem at all. The worst part about this dish is once you have it, you're going to be sad about all those rockfish bellies you threw it back in the lake or back in the river or back in the bay, because this is something you won't waste any more rockfish meat. Hit like and subscribe. If you like my videos, please check out my sponsors' ads. Helps us both, and hope to see you next time.